What's going on, everyone? It's Dottie here with another episode of The Progressive Vibe. I hope everyone has been doing good. I hope everyone's been staying safe. Families have been staying safe and healthy, friends, loved ones, etc. I've been doing well, thankfully. Staying safe. I wish I had more good news, but I think everyone kind of knows what's been going on with the whole pandemic and uh, the U.S. Postal Service. What Trump's trying to do with the whole, trying to stop mail-in voting and all that stuff. I didn't want to necessarily talk about that today. I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the DNC Convention. So before I get into that, this is episode 3, season 2 of The Progressive Vibe. Today is August 17th, 2020. I hope everyone's been having a good Monday so far. It is Monday, so it's only so good that your Monday can be. You know what I mean? Well, at least mine. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if Monday wasn't a thing. That's just me personally. But anyway, I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the DNC convention. If you guys didn't know, it's going to be held tonight. It's going to be virtual. It's not going to be a in-person event. It's going to be live on TV, but it's going to be held virtually. And I just want to give you guys my key takeaways from tonight's convention. My thoughts on what's going to happen, how it's going to be, things like that. Unfortunately, I have to work, so I'm going to try to stay away from social media as much as I can until I get off. I'm going to have it recorded so I can watch it. But my key takeaways from it is I'm hearing that the DNC is only giving AOC 60 seconds to speak. 60 seconds to speak. I heard her remarks are going to be pre-recorded, which means it's already been pre-approved by the DNC. I don't think any other Justice Democrats are going to be speaking at this DNC convention, like Rashida Tlaib or Ilhan Omar, or Ayanna Pressley, etc. I think it's just AOC is going to be the only Justice Democrat that's going to be speaking. And honestly, that 60 second shit is just what it is. Some shit. I don't understand why she only has 60 seconds to speak. I'm just confused on why she only has 60 seconds to speak. But I do also see where John Kasich is going to be speaking at the convention. If you guys don't know who John Kasich is, he is the former governor out of Ohio. If I'm not mistaken, he is a Republican. And I don't think he has a 60-second time limit to speak at the convention. At the DNC convention, by the way. So, I don't know what the hell that's about either. But I'm honestly kind of pissed off about that. Oh yeah, and I heard that Mike Bloomberg will be speaking at the convention tonight too. And in case you don't remember who Mike Bloomberg is, let me remind you, he was a registered Republican before the Democratic presidential primary was held. So he was a registered Republican, but you remember him jumping into the Democratic presidential primary like much after the field over arguing that he did to stop the whole rise of the more liberal candidates like Senator Bernie Sanders, for example, or at the time Elizabeth Warren. I just don't understand why he's speaking as I don't. If anybody should have 60 seconds to speak at the national convention, the DNC national convention, it should be Mike Bloomberg. And so I got a hunch why he's speaking at the national convention. I was reading this article. It was off CNN, and it was a piece wrote on it about Bloomberg to date has been one of the biggest Democratic donors of the cycle. And I think the piece read he like transferred over $18 million to the Democratic National Committee via his presidential committee in March. I think it was in March. Along with like million in donations to other Democratic organizations. So money talks is what I'm trying to say. So he's been, I'm pretty sure, one of the DNC's biggest donors throughout this whole cycle. So I'm pretty sure that's why he's able to speak. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a 60-second time limit on Mike Bloomberg, But, we got to give someone who we see as a threat, to the future of our party. We got to give her a 60-second time limit, And, if I were them too, I would be scared, I guess, in some form or fashion, because AOC is very, very popular. She's very, very young, and for her to be so young and to be a congresswoman and to hold that much power, I'm pretty sure it intimidates the corporate Democrats, the corporate establishment, which is the current Democratic Party right now. So I feel like that's why she has a 60-second time limit. Like, I don't even know what you could say in 60 seconds. But apparently AOC does, because I follow AOC on Twitter, and AOC had this poem that she wrote down and posted it on Twitter. And she could have got upset about the obvious bullshit on the whole 60 seconds time limit to talk or whatever, but she kept it 100 throughout, and she decided to take a more clever route, reciting a poem. I think it's by Dr. Benjamin E. Mays. And it was also recited by Elijah Cummings too. If you guys don't know who Elijah Cummings is, you should. Please do your research, people. But I trust to say that you guys know who Elijah Cummings is. But anyway, I saved the poem on my phone, and the poem says, "I only have a minute, 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, I did not choose it, but I know I must use it. Give account if I abuse it. Only a teeny little minute, but eternity is in it." End quote. So that was like the perfect response you could have had to that. That was dope. That was dope. I'm gonna just be real. That was pretty dope. And that's why I like AOC too, because like she knows she's young enough to know how to outgun these politicians, some of these older politicians that's in Congress right now. Not just on social media, but when she's speaking before Congress, she just has a way of words and punchlines, if you will, on social media that knows how to hit all the right angles of everything she's trying to say. And it seemed like she knows how to capture not just the older audience, but the younger audience as well. Kind of like what Bernie does, and to me, that's one of the things that sets her apart from a lot of the other politicians in Congress right now. And again, that's pretty much why these DNC leaders want to put a muzzle on her. You know what I mean? They want to try to quiet progressives, and AOC is a progressive. Bernie is a progressive. Bernie's going to be speaking at the convention, and I think Bernie's going to have like 15 or 20 minutes or so to talk, which is good, which is awesome. Elizabeth Warren's going to be speaking. I wonder, is she going to be like, kind of like licking her wounds a little bit because she turned her back on Bernie, during the primaries. Let's just keep it real. I don't know, was she upset because Bernie beat her in Massachusetts during the primary, that, Bernie took her home state in the primary? I don't know. But I'm still not feeling what Elizabeth Warren did, because, and solely I think Elizabeth Warren did that because she thought that she was going to be the VP pick for Biden. And, look where you are now, Elizabeth, on the outside looking in, when you could have been on the inside this whole time with Bernie, But, hey, gotta get what we can get, I guess, But yeah, like I was saying, I just think that they're trying to like quiet progressives and try to put a muzzle on AOC to, not have her say anything that's, that the DNC already didn't pre-approve and things like that. So, but I do hope that AOC, after the whole convention is over, I hope she like goes, I was reading this tweet from this person who I follow on social media, and they said that they hope that she, like, after the convention, go on like Facebook Live or whatever and say the things that she was going to say if she had the time to say it at the DNC convention. And I was like, yeah, I hope she does. I hope she does that too. But I guess we'll see. And again, I think it's at 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. So, and it's going to be on, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to catch it on any kind of, cable news or whatever you follow. I follow a lot of social media, not social media. I follow a lot of news media online, and I do a lot of research myself and take it upon myself to read stuff, and just try to get different viewpoints from, because it's not good to always listen to, how can I say this? It's not always good to listen to something that does not challenge what you believe, if that makes any sense. So even though I might not necessarily agree with Fox, I'm going to see what Tucker Carlson and Hannity and Laura Ingraham were talking about. You know what I mean? Even though I do not agree with anything they say at all. But I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Fox is the largest news media in the country. So they got the largest viewership when it comes to news media consumption. But I don't even think, personally speaking, I don't even think Fox News is news coverage. I just think it's just like conspiracy theory news cycle. That's all I think it is. I guess you can't put conspiracy theory and news in the same sentence because that's just defeats the purpose. So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying though. So, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Honestly, that was really, really something that I want to, I don't know if I'm going to do like a post podcast after the convention is over, because I'm gonna keep it real. It's gonna be pretty late, and it might just not happen. But it is a thought, something that I was considering. But I did want to talk about it at least. I just wanted to talk about it at least one time or whatever, since it was the day of. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about, guys. If anything else I had. I'm going to make another podcast. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or not, but I'm gonna let you guys know. If you follow me on social media, if you follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle, I changed it. It is at Dottie_vibe. So that's at DODI_VIBE, Dottie_vibe. That's my Twitter handle. I'll let you guys know something before I decide to post another one, but I'm gonna go ahead and post this one because I wanted to talk about the DNC convention before it aired tonight. But again, to whether I make like a post podcast on the DNC convention, it might not happen. Probably won't happen, but it's a possibility that it might happen. But I did want to touch bases with you guys, and I'm going to also make another podcast here soon. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. It might, but it's going to be on Alabama's absentee voting process. So if you guys don't know, in my state, the secretary of the state extended the mail-in voting until November the 2nd. But it's a somewhat kind of process that you have to do if you want to mail it in and so forth and so forth. But I got the information saved on my phone, so I'm going to just make a separate podcast for that. And also, hopefully this week I got a special guest that's coming on the show. Somebody that I know, longtime friend with, and we're going to have them on the show talking about the intersection between sports and politics. So that's going to be really interesting. So, yeah, guys. I hate that I didn't take a freaking break during this whole podcast. It's been 21 minutes, and I'm only going to have one sponsor ad in here. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, guys, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to get to going myself. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. If I don't talk to you guys anymore today, you can always check me out again on Twitter. That's where I'm usually at. It's at Dottie_vibe to see what I'm probably retweeting, what I'm liking, what I'm saying on occasion. I'm a real big spectator, and I like to listen more than I speak. So I'm really a big observer. But I do speak occasionally, and yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to me and download the Anchor app and hit me up on here, or I can if you download the app, then I can see that you like my podcast, and I can invite you on, and we can talk about politics, progressive politics. If you're progressive, if you ain't, then we can talk about something that you might disagree with. It doesn't matter. But if you just like to listen, again, I'm all about that too. And I will see you guys on the other side. You guys have a great day and be safe out there. Wear your mask. See you guys soon. Peace.